Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Bursts of Sunshine. It's Ashley, and today I'm going to do a highly requested video. You guys have been commenting for a couple of years, honestly, asking for this, and I kept saying I was going to do it, and I'm finally going to get around to doing it, and that is I'm going to do an updated, slower version of how I make custom water bottle labels. My techniques are pretty much about the same. I'm just going to slow it down for you guys. So as you can see, we are first going to start by measuring our water bottle. This size may vary depending on what type of water bottles you are using. I know some people are particular to certain brands, so I'm just going to use a little tape measure and measure the label that's already on the brand of water bottles I use. This one is going to be 1 1/4 inch tall by 8 1/4 inch wide. So that is the size we are going to make our label on Canva. As you guys know, I love Canva. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just really love to use Canva because it's really easy to use and it's free. Guys, I do not use Canva Pro. I only use the free version, at least for now. I haven't felt the need to get the Pro. If you have the Pro, that is great. To my understanding, you can do so many more great things. But for me, I just use the free account. So what I'm showing you today can be done completely on the free account. So we have Canva pulled up here. And as you can see, I am logged in. I think even with the free account, you have to be logged in to do all of the things. So I do have an account. It's just a free one. Now, right here, you can see the What Will You Design area here. Now, this is where I think a lot of people get confused because sometimes I click pretty quickly. You can search here for whatever it is you're wanting to make, and they might even have water bottle label templates, maybe. I haven't even looked, honestly, because I always just make them the custom size I need. But I go right here in this corner. As you can see right here, it says custom size. Now, when you click on this, it'll show you width and height, and it'll show you in pixels. I never make them in pixels, as you can see from some of my recents. I always do inches just because that is how I measure. I'm sure I can convert to pixels, but that seems really complicated when I could easily just measure by the inches, millimeters, or even centimeters. Me personally, I prefer inches. Do whatever works best for you. And we are going to type in our measurements. But first, I actually do want to check and see if there is a water bottle label template, because that might actually save some of you guys some trouble. Let me see. Water bottle label. Oh my goodness, look, there are some. Let's just click this. See, I didn't know this, and back when I first originally made the water bottle labels, I never even thought to check here to see. I'm curious what the sizing is they have on it. Let me see. How do you find out? They have this size at, oh, see, so that's not the correct sizing I would need for my water bottle labels. So we're not even going to do that. Let's just X that off. I know mine are like long and skinny. 8 inches by 1 inch, that makes a difference. These look like it would probably cover the whole water bottle, which is fine. This looks more like a label that covers the entire bottle. Anyways, as you can see, here's some different design ideas that can help maybe inspire you for whatever it is you want to put on your water bottle labels. Me personally, we're going to go back to the home, and I'm just going to do it the way that I always do it. This works great for making water bottles for weddings, baby showers, birthday parties, girls' nights out, bachelorette parties, just whatever you could possibly want to make custom labels for. I've made them for my baby shower. I made them for my wedding. I've made them for birthday parties. I've made a lot of these over the years, and I always kind of do the same steps. So I'm just going to slow down and show them to you guys. Again, we're going to go right here to custom size. I'm going to change this to inches because that is how I like to measure things. And I'm going to put my measurements in. The width of our water bottle label is 8.25 inches around, which is 8 1/4. However, you are going to want some overlap, so you can overlap your label on top of itself, so you don't have any kind of gaps. So I'm actually just going to do a width of 8.5, give an extra 1/4 inch for overlap, and then I'm going to leave the height the same at 1.25. So now I'm going to hit Create New Design. And there we go. We have this really long label, which should perfectly wrap around my water bottle. Now, as you can see, it says we couldn't find any templates matching these dimensions, but it does give these cute little suggested backgrounds, which you could totally use. And you can drag your own photo. See, simply drag a photo or video on top to replace it. So, as you can see, we can put different things on here. I kind of like that little hilly background that they've suggested for us, but we're not going to use it today. I actually don't know what we're going to use today. I'm literally winging this as we're doing it. So we're going to start off with picking a background. So as we can see, I've not used any background since I made my bookmarks. But let's see what they've got. I'm kind of digging this water one. Again, it's got the watermark thing, which means you either have to pay for it or have Canva Pro. And I do not have either one of those, so we're just going to keep browsing. Or you can upload your own background right here using the little uploads button here. You can click upload media here and you can upload whatever you want. But yeah, so we're going to go back over to backgrounds though. And let's just make something kind of basic, just for the sake of making an easy to follow along video. So let's just pick a random basic background. There we go. And as you can see, it puts the background in. Again, you can go to uploads and upload your own background, but we are not going to do that today. So now let's say you want to add some text. Obviously you can go here to texts, you can add a heading, or you can even pick something that was already made up over here. So here's like a happy birthday. You can make these say whatever you want. You can just double tap it and change the words to say anything you want. I don't know why I put who, but okay. So I kind of dig this thank you. Also, I kind of dig this font. So let's get delete group. We're going to pull this thank you over here because I really like it. And one of the cool things about Canva is if you pull it around, you see these lines. It lets you know when your image is centered. So we have that centered. We're going to change this to say happy birthday, which again, you can do this for an anniversary party, a baby shower, a wedding, girls' night out, just whatever you might possibly want to do it for. Let me see how to grab a hold of this piece here. Ungroup. Okay, so if you ungroup it, I don't know if you guys seen how I did that. When I clicked it, I clicked the three dots and I hit ungroup. It broke them apart so I can move them away from each other and edit them without them being completely attached. There we go. Happy birthday. So now you can select both of these and you can regroup them back like so. Same way you ungrouped it, hitting the three dots. And now I can change the sizing. So we have our cute little happy birthday banner. Trying to center it. I think that's right. Okay. So now we have our cute happy birthday banner. So let's say you want to add one of the nutritional facts on the side. Now keep in mind this is a small label, so that will affect your nutritional facts, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. I go over here to elements, which is where you can find shapes, images, graphics, all kinds of things. And I'm just going to search up a square. A rectangle works as well, but where this is such a small area, I think a square would work best for me. So I'm going to use this square here. As you can see, it's got a color on the inside and a color outline, which is what I want to make my nutritional label. So, and you can actually even alter it so it is a rectangle. See? Just pull these little side edges around until you get it to look like how you want. Keep in mind when you're making these not to go too close to the edge because you are going to overlap the two edges. So you don't want to like put a graphic there and then you accidentally cover it up. So now that I have this here, this is going to be my nutritional label. I'm going to make it as big as I can fit it without it running off. And now I'm going to change the colors. Typically, a nutritional label is white background with a black border. So that is what we are going to do. We're going to make the background white and we're going to make the border black. Okay. I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see a little better what I'm doing because I can barely see it. All right. We now have our nutritional label. Now, you can put anything you want on this. I'm going to go here now and I'm just going to get a line. I'm literally just going to search up a line. And you see they have different lines with different kind of things on them. But for the sake of this being a nutritional label, I just want the most basic line I can find. Now, as you can see, this line is large. I'm just going to make it smaller. Let me size it down here. Okay. Here you can change your line weight, which will make it thinner and or thicker. And we're going to put it down to, let's see, I feel like 1 looks a little too thin. 2 looks like it probably matches the border we have going on already. There we go. Okay, And now we have a line. We've got it black, and we're going to drag it where we want it. Well, there we go. All right. Again, this is totally optional, but you can take this line and just duplicate it and put it on here. I feel like that's crooked. Is that crooked, or is that just me? Maybe it's just me. Anyways, so you can duplicate it as many times as you want by hitting this little plus button over here. And you can write in it whatever you want. So let's go back over here to the text. Guys, this may not make sense, whatever I'm about to type, because I'm just winging it. I'm going to write nutrition facts. Actually, I'm going to write birthday facts, because we want to stay on theme with the label, which, again, you can make these say whatever you want. And then I'm going to add subheadings just because they're a little smaller. And then we're going to just start putting facts in. We're going to put music, and I'm just going to start adding things in that you would want for a party. I think I'm going to make it bold. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm just going to bold it up. All right. Now, I'm going to center it here. I'm going to zoom in a little more. Okay. I'm going to actually put a bunch of spaces. You can totally do this an easier way. That's just how I'm doing it. All right, I'm going to duplicate this. So now all of our words will all be the same size. I'm actually going to put serving size, because that's typically on nutritional labels. Sorry guys, my recorder cut off, but I'm going to put serving size here because there is usually one on all of the labels. And then we're going to put one party. Music, 100%. Let's put a couple more spaces in there just to space it out a little more. I could totally just, do that. That's a lot easier. Okay, and then we're going to, oopsies. We're going to duplicate this. Now, sometimes the little duplicate button's over here, and sometimes you have to click these 3 dots to find it. I'm not sure why it does that. Maybe it just does that to me. So music, 100%. Let's put cake. And then I'm just going to put yummy. You can put literally whatever you want on these guys. It don't have to make sense. It's your label. Make it say whatever you want it to say. Okay. Duplicate. All right. Good time. Because you have a good time at parties. 100%. Okay. Duplicate. Guys, I'm just making this up as I go. This is not got to be a legit thing. You can make it say whatever you want. Put a lot of thought into your label. It's totally up to you. Fun, 100%. Duplicate. And then we're going to put party. Woo-hoo-hoo. Didn't capitalize that. I'm doing this one hand because I'm holding my phone to record the voiceover. Party animal. Okay. Party animal. Come on, backspace. Give me a second, guys. One party animal. And what else do we need? Let's see. Actually, let's just take this last one off. And we're going to take this birthday facts. Actually, no. Let's find something else here. Let's just put a happy birthday label there. Totally optional, guys. Put whatever you want. I'm just thinking a happy birthday might be cool, there, since it is a birthday label. Gonna make it black. Well, make them both black, please. Thank you. Okay. I think this would look better ungrouped, so I can scoot them a little closer together. Let me zoom in. Sorry, guys. Again, like I said, y'all, this is me just winging it because I wanted to show you guys a slower, in-depth way of how I do this, and that's why I'm doing the voiceover as I record me making the thing, so I can't fast forward it too much on you. I may fast forward it some, who knows. Let's make the happy birthday colorful. Like, let's make happy red and make birthday blue. Totally optional, guys. Just add a little color, a little snazziness. All right, now, I feel like we need something on this other side. Really, the happy birthday is going to be the main focus, the front of the label. This is going to be around the side, so it needs something on this side. You can put some kind of message. You can put, it's Melanie's birthday or something. I'm going to add some kind of graphic. Let's search birthday and see what shows up. Oh, look, we have banners. I really like this happy birthday. I think I might like that better than what I got, but I'm afraid it will blend in too much with my background. So we're just going to scroll down and see what we can find here, guys. You could put cake. Oh, I like the balloons. But would they show up on this background? Keep that in mind when you're picking super colorful backgrounds, that not a lot of things are going to show up super well. I kind of like these star balloons. Let's see how they look. Okay, see, the star balloons kind of blend in a little much. That's the problem with my colorful backgrounds, but it's okay. This present is kind of cool. Ooh, let's put a big birthday cake over there. Yes, let's put a big birthday cake. Okay, how about, I feel like this blue one kind of goes with the color scheme a little better. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see, this is all I'm going to add to this birthday label, but you can add whatever you want. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we discussed making it personalized. Let's, instead of happy birthday, let's put like a name. Let's put Mandy's birthday. My best friend's name is Mandy, so her name is Amanda, and they call her Mandy. So let's put Mandy's birthday. It's not actually her birthday. I'm just putting that for the sake of personalizing this. So there we have a very cute, easy label. Again, you can customize these to say anything you want. You can add like a background behind the happy birthday to make it stand out. This is just a brush stroke I found. I use this often on my thumbnail. And then you can position it backwards, and it'll put it underneath the word. See, so you can like do whatever you want. You can customize these things to look however you want. You can make them different colors. You can add backgrounds. You can add graphics. You can add your own pictures. Heck, put a picture of your friend on it. You know what I mean? There's so many different things you can do here where you can customize it and put whatever you want. So I'm going to go to elements. I'm going to look up birthday girl. I just want to see what shows up. Okay, let's say this is Mandy. This is a hypothetical, guys. Let's say I uploaded this picture and this is Mandy. Let's zoom in a little bit, guys. This is a stock photo that came on the app. I do not know this child. This is just for the sake of this video. So I'm actually just going to crop this in. Boom. Boom. Totally optional. This is just how I would do it if I was doing this. All right, and then we're just gonna stick her on there. Okay, let's see. Let's change this background. Let's actually just take the background off. So now we have a happy birthday, and I'm not going to center the happy birthday because I want the picture here to also go with it. And there we go. And now we have a cute label. You can add someone's picture. You can add whatever you want, and then you have customized labels. You can, I can't even tell you all of the possibilities with this. But again, you can go to uploads and upload your own pictures of your friends and just make it your own, guys. I think that's the funnest part, is you can make it entirely your own. So used to, the download button was over here on the right. If you've watched any of my past videos, you will see it over there. However, I've noticed it is gone. Canva has been doing some updates. So to save this, I just click File over here, and then I go to Download. And it is going to pop this up. I always download as a PNG because it is a high quality file. And then I'm going to download. Now, I am going to show you really quickly how I print these to get them to where they are sized exactly correctly. And to do that, we are going to need to open Google Docs. You can use Microsoft Word. You can use a WordPad. You can use many things to print these out. I personally like Google Docs. It is free and it is easy to use. So we're going to go to Google Docs and we have a blank document. You can make sure your page setup is for whatever type of paper you are using. Letter. There we go. And now here we are going to insert our water bottle label. So we're going to hit insert right here and we're going to hit image, upload from computer. We're going to select our label and hit open. And here we have our label. Now, as you can see, it's cutting off of the page. We are probably going to have to resize this. Let me see. So this needs to be resized so it will actually print the correct size it is supposed to. So we are going to right click the image and click image options. And then right here you can see you can change the size and rotation and everything. It's set for 8.5 by 1.25, which is the correct size. So since it is hanging off the page and we don't want it to cut off our image, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. So that way the full label lands on the piece of paper, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to go over here. I didn't put a margin, so I'm going to space it off of the edge. I don't like my things too close to the edge. I feel like it cuts them off. So now that we have this on here and it is sized correctly, I'm just going to copy and paste it a bunch until I fill up my sheet. There we go. I think that's about as many as I will get on a sheet because I can't turn them the other direction. So it looks like you're going to get 6 labels per sheet of paper if you're using a standard letter paper. I do just use regular photocopy paper that you just buy for printers. I don't use any kind of special paper because I do seal this in with packaging tape so that way it's a little more waterproof. If you want to use like waterproof sticker paper, you totally could. It would probably be a little easier. But I find that that's a little more expensive and I'm trying to find like a cheap party route, especially since water bottles are something that tend to get thrown away at the end of the night. So once you have this ready, we're just going to hit print and you're going to go and you're going to select your printer and make sure it's just set to 100% so everything prints the correct size. And then we are going to print these out. Now that we have them printed, we are going to just cut them out. I printed this again on just regular copy printer paper, and I did only print one because I was only printing this for the sake of this video, and I didn't feel the need to waste a bunch of ink just to show you guys how to make this. So I just printed one just enough to show you guys how I do it. So I'm taking my scissors and I'm just cutting out my label. Repeat this for however many labels you need to make. As you can see, it came out the same size as our old label, which is what we wanted because we want this to fit on our water bottle nicely. I held it up to the water bottle just to kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like and see how it's going to fit, and it looks like it's going to fit very nice. Now that I have that done, we are going to cover this with packaging tape, just clear packaging tape to seal it in. I lost the footage somehow of me covering the top piece right there with packaging tape, but I'm going to show you on the back piece how I do it to give you an idea. I literally just laid this label down and then I taped across it and just flattened it as I went so it didn't get any wrinkles. And now I'm flipping it over face down and I'm just going to tape the back. I will put in the description below the link to the last video I made showing how I made water bottle labels. In that video, I showed you how I covered the labels with the tape fully, so you can go and check that out if you would like to see how I covered the label with packaging tape. If you have a laminating machine, that would probably be much easier for you. I do not have a laminating machine, so I'm just going to do my old school packaging tape method where I just cover it in packaging tape and trim it, and it kind of gives me my own little homemade laminating. So I'm doing the same thing I did for the front, which you didn't get to see because I didn't get to record it, but I'm just laying it out and just laying out a piece of tape flat on it. Now that it is covered on both front and back sides, it is sealed in, I'm going to take some scissors. I'm just going to trim off all of the excess tape. We don't need this tape. I mean, it's optional. You really can't much see it on the water bottle because it's clear, but it just gives it a nice cleaner look without it. So I trim up my tape almost to the edge. I leave just like the tiniest bit of clear tape hanging off the edge so it stays sealed in. And there we go. We have like a sealed in waterproof water bottle label that is ready to go on your water bottle. Any little wrinkles that might come on your tape aren't super noticeable, so I wouldn't sweat about them too much because sometimes I do get wrinkles in my tape, but it's not super noticeable. So now I'm just going to show you how I stick these on the water bottle. It's super easy. I'm just going to cut a piece of packaging tape, a small piece here. I actually ended up cutting that again because it ended up being too large of a piece. You just need like the smallest piece enough to hold it onto the bottle. So now that I have me a piece of packaging tape cut out here, I'm going to start wrapping my label around the bottle. Now, where you took the old packaging off, there's probably a little sticky section there where it was stuck on with. And I like to start there because it kind of holds my label in place and gets it in the right position. So I started there, and as you can see, it's sticky enough to hold the label. So I usually just use the extra tape for extra support. So I'm going to stick my label around the bottle where the old label was, using the sticky part that's on the bottle to hold it down. And then I'm just going to take my little excess piece of packaging tape, and I'm going to use that just to stick on the edge where the label ends, just to kind of seal it in and give it extra support. I did end up cutting it in half yet again because it was still too large, and I just pressed it onto my label and it just holds it on. There's no need to tape all the way around it because the label's already pretty much sealed in. It's stuck to the sticky part on the bottle, so that should hold it with that extra piece of tape. That is it. That's all you have to do, and just repeat this for however many water bottles you want to make. You can do pop bottles, you can do any kind of bottles you want to do. This was a really simple way to customize. I know it seemed time consuming because, I was winging it as I was going, but I think it turned out really cute, and I hope you guys like it. If you do, go ahead and hit subscribe so you can see every time I post a new video like this, and hit the thumbs up button if you liked how I made this water bottle label. I hope this version was a little more easier for you guys to understand because I tried to slow it down. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.